Excuse me while I whip this out.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case may be. Welcome to the Aloha Hour on Blacklist Universe. My friend Edward Boyette is, I guess, running a little bit behind, but I will be here entertaining you with some lovely illustration work in the interim. This is page 20. Focus keeps shifting. That's kind of annoying. Maybe I should change my camera angle. Page 20, Lone Star Mind of the Monster, which is Lone Star issue 3. Hi. Let's get a little better angle on that. This is again the Svarog backstory, and he's going. We're telling the big bad guy's backstory. In the first half of this book. Like and share, and if not like and share, then like and share, everyone. Indeed. So anyways, that's what we're doing. I started this yesterday, trying to get it done today, trying to get more work done because so much to do in the future that I don't want to start getting behind now. So I hope everyone is having a lovely and blessed evening. If anyone here is new from the Shadiversity video, welcome. Make yourself known so that we can make you feel welcome and part of the Blacklist family. We do live streams really regularly. So if there's nothing else to watch, you want to hang out and become part of a fun little YouTube and community, then by all means, welcome. What's up, Lady Celtic Moon, Nighthawk Warrior, Pablo Romero, R2D2, and Ray Thulu? So far, everyone who's piped in to say how do you do? How's everybody this fine Tuesday evening in your neck of the woods? Again, just sitting here illustrating the next comic. Brett Seagraves, what's up? Tell me what's up in the real world, the world that isn't California, where we have an insane man running the state who apparently wants to keep us all indoors for the rest of time. And there's JoJo screaming for some bizarre reason. California. Hello, Arlene. How are you, my dear? Boy, I really am doing this lip smacking thing a lot. I noticed that. I was watching one of my videos earlier, and I remember John Malin complaining about that a lot. And I just noticed it. For once, John Malin was right about something. Don't tell him I said so. Man, I need to get me some of those new Raphael brushes because as nice a tip as these little cheapy watercolor things give you. Hello, Edwin.
Apparently, I'm still logged in as you, so I could just add myself to the stream.
I noticed that. I was about to add you, and here you are. What's up, brother?
What is the good word? What are you drawing tonight?
Lone Star Mind of the Monster, page 20. Moving right along, footloose and fancy free.
What are you inking with tonight?
A piece of crap. This is a Pentel watercolor brush, disposable pen. It gives me a great tip, but it doesn't hold enough ink to satisfy my inking desires. So I'm thinking about going back to the old regular brushes, but if that's the case, I have to go buy some.
No staying power, huh?
Yeah, it's like, because the thing is, you can't fill it up in the body, which You're supposed to be able to, but when you do that, it just overloads the tip with ink. So Apocalypsagon says, "Hey Mike, I think I just figured out how to use a G pen. I mean, it's just a ballpoint pen. How else are you supposed to use it? You mean use it to the effect that Matthew Weldon does? Yeah, something wrong with that boy. Something wrong with that boy. Although he did turn in a bunch of pencils, or layouts at least. I guess I could show them. You want me to show them?
Yeah.
14 people here. Let's wait until there's a few more people here.
I'm going to say better than looking at my head.
Nah.
More interesting, at least.
Well, here, I can take care of that. There you go.
There we go. Then it's probably 100% improved. Young Five Ever says aloha.
Aloha. Ooh, I got these speakers cranked up. So, what have you been doing to waste your time lately?
I have been doing a lot of writing and research for the Republican Party. I've been sifting through election law, which is about as fun as it sounds. Breaking out statistics. I'm going through now, probably this weekend. The wife and after we attend a rally, we're going to sit down and send out Christmas cards to a lot of the Republicans in our district.
Christmas cards. I always feel like I should do those, but then I just never do.
You should draw a couple.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't have time to. I have Christmas cards from years past, but like the kids are all young and there's different pets because all of those are dead, and it's a little.
This is you. You are a horrible storyteller. That just sounded. Oh my god!
No, I'm on Facebook.
No, you were the demotivator. What was? Well, I thought about doing something, but dead pets and my kids. Oh.
Kids are all pets are all dead. No, fine. I'll show it to you. Jeez.
Get some caffeine or something. Put some pep in your step.
Oh no, it's not going to give it to me again. So I came on earlier to Facebook, and it was like, "Hey, this is your post from 4 years ago or whatever it was, right?" And so I look at the card, and it's like, "Oh, yeah."
Not going to give it to you, huh?
Maybe cats are dead. The dog is dead.
You need some Uptown Funk.
Maybe
That's
not.
Give it to you.
Maybe I'm not, because I was thinking for a second, I could just share this out again as my Christmas card, even though, everybody's tiny and my animals are dead.
Well,
but
let's see it.
I'm trying to find it. Unfortunately, I don't think it gives you that reminder thing again. I think once you let it go, it just disappears. So.
Lady Celtic Moon says Eden could draw some and sell them, but it's probably too late to do that.
Yeah. Actually, my niece was doing that for a bit. She'd do like Valentine's cards and stuff and get those out and sell them in batches.
And I haven't seen any artwork from Eden in a while. Has she still been progressing with her art?
Yeah. Yep.
Very good.
She's doing a Gal Gadot right now.
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be comic book artists.
This is true.
Comic books may be the single worst industry. In-flight missile repairman and I don't know, a sewage diver might be moderately worse, but I guess it would depend on the benefits.
Pays better.
Let's see. Got a couple of questions. Young Five Ever. Is that supposed to be Young Sever or Young Five Ever? Young Fever? Young Fever. Were you pressed into military service ever? So I spent 8 years in the infantry, and occasionally about once a year I miss my high and tight. So about once a year I go and get a military haircut. But my hair grows stupidly fast. Um, I would let it grow out like Mike's, but the in between stage is just makes me want to do violence. So
Yeah, I don't think you want to grow your hair out like mine.
I'd have to take the Nazarite oath, and I do enjoy an occasional beer. I'm not a drunkard, but an occasional beer, occasional glass of wine. Sheldon says those guys Mike is drawing have some sweet mustachios. Some sweet mustachios. Like the baseball player from the 70s, Rollie Fingers. Do you remember Rollie Fingers?
I don't pay any attention to sports, past, present, or future.
He had a sweet handlebar mustache.
Well, good for him. What did he do with that wonderful mustache?
All right. Arlene says, better a comic artist than a politician. Probably so.
Yeah,
Probably so.
true.
Ray Thulu says, Mike Nasser is bullying Jiminy. Well, don't do that, Nasser.
Nasser, knock it off.
I would say we could invite Nasser in, but would he? You're already a negative Nancy.
Nah, I'm not. It's just the Christmas card. I'm just being realistic. I don't want to. You brought up their Christmas cards. Jeez.
Which should be a light and sunny topic.
You're like, Christmas cards.
Wait,
Let me tell you about my dead animals.
Yes. Reminds me of when the kids were small and my pets were still living and bah humbug.
Well, we can always just pretend the one that we never found the body of is still alive somewhere.
Nasser, you can come in, but you will have to, for the next 5 minutes, you will have to act as Mike's deceased cat.
Well, if anybody knows anything about deceased cats, it's Nasser.
All right, Eric and Boyd says Mike is the Grinch. Mike is Scrooge.
Oh my
Hashtag
gosh.
confirmed.
You have to be so mean.
You're a mean one, Mr. Mike.
So, Edwin, what do you think about Marvel making Star-Lord bisexual?
Star-Lord is now bisexual. How about that? Is that canonical?
It's now canon in Marvel.
Now,
because, Marvel.
all right.
Aren't you glad you ran away to politics?
I should tread lightly here because I'm not sure how closely I want to scrutinize this topic. Is Star-Lord blue or something now? Did something happen with him where he's? Or was
you saw the image of him in the hot tub with the
yeah, was that just the lighting, or is he? And the reason I ask this is because he's a intergalactic space traveler, and so he's bisexual. But we're assuming that he's being bisexual with other human junk, and while the people in the hot tub appear to be humanoids.
Wait, what?
He's xenosexual because they're not necessarily humans, right?
I don't want to get that deep into it.
I mean, it's 2020. If we can't presume people's genders, I don't know that we should presume their species.
All right, fair enough.
And so that gets interesting. Is it the same? Is he going to be impregnated by Space Dude? I don't know how biology works in the.
Yeah, he's a hybrid, so maybe none of it even matters.
Yeah, it may not. It may not. He may be. Yeah.
Except the whole reason they did it, is because of Chris Pratt.
Well, because Chris Pratt is a Christian, and they wanted to get a jab in at him.
Yeah, because they tried canceling him like a month or two ago, and it didn't work because
Mm.
screw you,
Oh, that's right.
Chris Pratt. You can't
Well, now-
cancel Chris Pratt.
When was the comic? Has the comic book already been published, or?
I don't know. I'm not that interested. I just read the story and I'm not sure when the whens and the wheres and if it's just no. I think it's actually out on stands. I think.
Mm.
Wait, are there still?
It's definitely out. Oh, little hot tub hijinks.
Yeah.
Xenosexual, pansexual.
Too
Just-
hot for the hot tub. How?
Yeah.
How?
Just all kinds of intergalactic genitalia and fluids mingling in the hot tub. What's not to be repulsed by?
Mingling in the hot tub.
And that's how we got COVID.
That's right. Actually, that's how we got the bubonic plague.
Eric and Boyd says, hey, hey, hey. Hey,
Hey, did you hear the good news though about COVID?
No. What is the good news about COVID?
It cured the flu.
It did indeed. It did indeed.
I wonder what the national. I know because I saw a thing on the California statistics for the flu this year, and it essentially didn't happen this year. I believe there were 31 people hospitalized all year long with the flu
In California.
in California.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because usually it's somewhere around 20 to 30,000 people every year are hospitalized with the flu here, but like 31. It's a Christmas miracle. Thank you, Saint COVID.
Saint COVID. All right. Hang on. Let me, since we do have Nesser here, though, I should be a good sport, and I should grab some links. I should grab links for that, for Asile. I am a backer of Asile, and then I need to back Lone Star 3.
Jeez, you too.
Let me see. Let me go to the Indiegogos. But I want to see you get one of those cool pages colored up properly. One of your pages.
Yeah. I do too.
I appreciate those covers. I appreciate those covers, but if I bank a Mike Miller project, I bank it for Mike Miller art, not for other reasons.
Yeah. I will have to remember to make that a priority. I get stuck in my priorities, and my priority is right now doing the pages. So I need to manage some multitasking here.
Let's see. I am looking. Lone Star. Oh, you're over 25,000. Very good.
Yeah. 25,000. 1 month in.
Actually, you should change this line though. Can it? Should I keep my unsolicited advice to myself?
No, let's hear it.
It's just right when I open it up. So in typical Mike fashion, I screwed up and put the link to the campaign instead of the. Even though that's probably factually honest, and you follow it up with a PDF, maybe just saying you messed up right at the beginning isn't the best sales pitch. Just because it's a negative expression. Does that make sense? I would rather hear something about like Mongolian hordes and vampires ripping stuff up, and Lone Star putting the sharp end of his monster sticker into a monster.
Right. A fair point.
So let's put Mind of the Monster. Because the book is good. The story is great, and it deserves a better sales pitch. 25K deserves a Lone Star Squadron.
Oh.
I don't know if Mike is in a position where he can turn down his speakers and such because it's wrong. I do not.
I can. I'm trying to grow the channel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is such insider baseball. So for anybody, if you weren't here when we were promoting the first two Lone Star campaigns, just out of the blue one night, I did kind of like a battle cry. It was supposed to be kind of reminiscent of something from G.I. Joe or from one of the cartoons. And I broke Mike's speakers.
Yep.
You can't tell it right now, but I am very good at projecting, and my voice goes to 11.
Yep. I got whole new speakers, so
Okay, jalapeno milk. It's kind of like almond milk, but just a little bit different. Says what is the topic for Drone Quartered tomorrow, and is Edwin hosting again?
the topic is Nightmare Before Christmas. And Edwin will have to let me know about the hosting duties.
I can. I would be happy to host A Nightmare Before Christmas, which is essentially that story that Mike told about the Christmas cards. That was part of the Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's my own personal Nightmare Before Christmas.
I think somewhere in your drawing, you should work in a Christmas card, a mock Christmas card with some dead pets, like a pet cemetery.
I just buried on the side of the house, man.
Merry Christmas from the Millers and my dead pets.
That's right. All right,
go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
I'm just going to go dig up and find the pages. The pages, if you want to see some cool. Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah, and let me pull up a Asile.
Let me share screen here.
Asile.
So I'm gonna skip through these. Maybe not show all of them, but he's dang near done doing layouts for Monster Hunt 2. So,
oh, nice.
Cool stuff.
It's kind of what is it Muscle Beach? What was the place in California where Schwarzenegger and all the other
Yeah, that was Venice.
Yeah, Venice Beach. Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like it's going to be so much fun. Cool double page spread. I want this page. So rad. But yeah, you guys will see it. I guess that page was kind of spoilery. But when the time comes, yeah, you'd never know by his art, but Matthew Weldon is straight.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's moderately homoerotic. Which
that's Weldon.
It spanned the audience. That's cool.
Yeah. $50 confirmed for those layouts. Well, I don't think he's selling all the layouts in one shot. So, Gormando. That's correct, Junkyard Done. Gormando is the big baddie for that book and the next Steve Rude Nexus book. Same bad guy. Cool, huh?
Same bad guy.
We're actually doing the first appearance of a Nexus villain.
Let's see.
How awesome is that?
That is relatively awesome. Let me do a good deed for NASA real quick and show Asile. And then I will head over to, let's see. Nice. I control the horizontal. I control the vertical. All right, so this is Asile. This is a black and white horror comic book. It's an independent comic book by a creator named Nasser Abadi. He's kind of built a burgeoning comic book career for himself, doing comic books in the kind of horror adventure niche. This is its style. Has a relatively good price point on this. Let's see. Let me hop over here. So it's 20 page. It's a shorter one shot. You can get the physical for $10 plus shipping. You can get the digital for only $10, and you can pay shipping on the digital if you're feeling, a little wackadoodle. But normally there is not shipping on a digital comic book. If you're new to crowdfunded independent comic books, they're probably a couple of dollars more than what you remember paying in comic book stores or paying from a spinner rack. But it's sort of the economy of scale for producing these things. And then Nasser has got a partner, Vic King Art, who is the artist, and then they will be splitting the profits on this book, if there's any, after they pay for the cost. So check it out. Supporting the independent comic book artists and creators is a cool way to ensure that there will be interesting stories told, apart from kind of the same old stuff that you're going to get from the large corporate publishers like Marvel and DC. All right. This is Lone Star. Now, this is the third book in the series. The first one was Heart of the Hero. The second one was Soul of the Soldier. And this is Mind of the Monster. Okay. A fallen soldier has risen to fight the horrors that haunt our world. The grand conclusion. Right. And so the team has been whittled down a little bit, but it's Lone Star along with a couple of companions. And say the villain's name for the audience.
He's Svarog.
Svarog. And you're going to get a little bit of the origin of Svarog here. And so now Mike Miller, the artist for DC's Injustice, but also the artist for many of the Song of Ice and Fire related Game of Thrones Martin comic books, right?
Yep.
Mike, you did the interiors on what? The Hedge Knight?
Hedge Knight, Sworn Sword, Mystery Knight, and then I do the covers for all of the Game of Thrones Clash of Kings comics, which I'm actually supposed to be doing one of those right now, but I put it off. I'm gonna be doing it on Order of the Green Hand on Tuesday. Next Tuesday.
Very cool.
So,
very cool.
You can watch me do it.
All right, and so that'll be the cover for which issue?
I don't know the number.
It's not that critical, but still cool. All right, and so one of the things Mike is known for is these large epic battle scenes. And so this is going a little bit into the origin of Svarog.
Yes.
Who is the main antagonist, the main villain of this arc of the Lone Star story. But he's a complicated man. All right, so yes. Lone Star, Mind of the Monster, and Asylum, a horror comic book by Nasser Rabbani. Both of these are great buys, and if you missed out on the campaign for the first two, there are options here so that you can get the first and second. And is there a pack here?
Yeah. It's Lone Star, Heart, Soul, and Mind.
Yeah, good looking covers too. Good looking covers. The Broken Glass is probably one of my favorite covers.
Oh, thank you.
Good stuff. And I do like Kim Jung. I do like his art. I do like his take, but I would rather see a properly colored. Well, this one is close. It just needs to be dressed up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm still gonna get it recolored.
Kelsey Shannon has done some nice colors.
Yeah, he's doing fantastic work. I should bug him, but sometimes Kelsey just disappears for a while.
Yeah. Periodically, he goes and disappears somewhere out in the bayou. All right, let's see if we can make this work. There we go. Perfect. All right, and there is a Matt C. Matt has got his own comic book series. Matt has got Kyrie, or Kyrie, which is kind of a cool. Oh, man, I want to say it's somewhere around the birth of Christ, plus or minus a couple of decades. Set, I think, in northern Africa, in Egypt. But
Hmm.
kind of at least one arc of it was. But that's a very cool series. Matt C.
Yeah, I had some back and forth with Matt today on cross examinations.
Matt C says Edwin is officially doing Indie Comic Showcase. Oh, very cool.
There you
No,
go.
I'm not. No, I'm not going to start doing that again. I just don't have the time. I don't have.
Hey, check up on Bric-a-Brac.
On Bric-a-Brac. Okay. All
I
right.
don't think he closed it, and I know he made enough to, or he hit his funding goal. So
All right, let's see. Bric-a-Brac. Brick. It was kind of a neat series.
yeah, first issue is a lot of fun.
Bric-a-Brac. Let's see. Bric-a-Brac 2. Oh, he's got it in demand.
Oh, good.
And he is at 6,000. Oh, we can show that too.
Nice.
Well, I'm sorry. He's $300 short of 6,000. But I believe that's an improvement over Bric-a-Brac 1, if I remember right.
Oh, I don't even remember, but I'm just glad he's made it. He's tried to get that thing going a couple of different times, and this time was the charm. So,
And I believe he's even younger than Nasser. If I remember correctly, he was going to school to be a teacher, I think. Do I remember that right?
Teacher,
I
or
think he was going to school to be an English teacher.
That might be right. That might be right. Instead, he's gonna make comics. Good kid, though.
We'll look at a couple. Oh, and Kyrie, or Kyrie number 2, looks like it did even better than the first one. That is great.
Oh, good.
So I've got that open.
That's the way it should be. Right?
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Give me 1 second. I'm just loading up some stuff. We'll do a real quick, since we're here. Is Richard still making comics? I haven't looked at his stuff in forever. I don't
Yeah,
know.
boy.
Yeah, I don't know what he's making anymore.
Yeah, he's still making books.
That is how out of touch I am.
I think that's going to be his thing from now on.
His brand is Splato.
Yep.
Shoot. What does he publish under? Well, maybe it's under trending.
What are you looking at?
No, I was just trying to find your boy Zach's whatever he's got now.
He's got a bunch of stuff, and I don't even know how much of it has been fulfilled. But he's got Pandemic. He's got Impossible Stars. Jalapeno Milk says that's his latest.
Impossible Stars.
Yeah, and that's also got a backup Nexus story. Actually, it's not a backup. It's just an add-on book on that campaign that is a Nexus story with Kelsey Shannon.
I'm looking. Let's see. So Impossible Stars is the newest one.
That's what I'm told.
Impossible Stars. Okay. Let's see if we can get there. It sounds like a divergence for him. Impossible stars. Oh no, it ended. Um, he made over 100,000, but it is closed.
Huh. That's right. That's right.
All right, so
I think I had Kelsey on, and we went to go see it, and it was closed. And I'm like, dude.
And Junkyard Don says, your boy has done like 6 books this year. Oh, wow. All right. He's a working man. Good for him.
Yeah, he's hustling.
All right. We'll go through a couple real quick and we'll recap some. All right. So earlier we looked at Asile. This is by Nasser Rabadi. Really great price point on this. Only $10 if you just want the digital. For people like me, I oftentimes get the digital. I limit my physical collection. I just don't want to be cluttered up with stuff. So I actually appreciate digital editions. All right. We looked at Lone Star, Mind of the Monster by our host, 478 baggers. And so we'll make a special limited time offer. If you are the very next backer, then there will be 479 backers, and you will have that privilege. So get to it. All right. Bric-a-Brac by Ryan Hawk.
Hawk.
Such a hack. Hawk. Get him out of Hawk. And this is kind of a fun Christmas land story. Got kind of a cool vibe to it. It looks like it could almost be an homage to a Doug TenNapel type of thing. Right? Got that fun little style. Yeah, he has got 167 backers, and that is in demand. Well, that's not bad. For $24, you get both
books. Yeah.
Both books and the digitals. The digitals. Not bad at all.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal, man.
All right. All right. And so we had Matt C in here. And again, this is kind of a, oh, nice. 308 backers. Right. Again, Kyrie.
Sweet.
3 outcasts race across North Africa to stop an ancient Roman death cult. Okay, my memory was good. I did say North Africa. All right. The dementia hasn't fully taken hold yet. The Indiana Jones in ancient Rome adventure continues. Get ready for a high-adventure trek through 3rd century North Africa as a team of treasure hunters and outcasts uncover the secrets of Alexander the Great on the frontier of the Roman Empire. Kyrie tells the story of a curious band of thieves, cutthroats, bookworms. Bookworms, Mike. Bookworms.
That's exciting.
And traitors. All right. I don't know how the Democratic Party got to North Africa, but
no,
we'll
not
take
traitors. Wait, was it traitors?
Traitors.
Oh.
Traitors. Treason. Man. Treasonous traitors. Good thing they're not tailors. It would be traitorous tailors. Eating tators.
Matt C says, I'm clipping this.
Kyrie tells the story of a curious band of thieves, cutthroats, bookworms, and traitors as they attempt to outsmart the North African authorities while navigating their own dark and competing desires as outlaws of the dying Roman Empire. Dark and competing desires. Mike, do you have any dark desires?
Oh, yeah. We don't talk about those.
I used to have some dark desires. Now my darkest desire is probably to squeeze in a nap when I can, because I never sleep enough. That is my hidden joy. A nap. I just, during the election, man, I was lucky if I was sleeping like 4 hours a night. And I went like that for like 4 months straight.
Yeah, I couldn't handle that, dude.
When they find me with you, however tied up, they will charge me with treason. It's got a. No, I'm just scrolling through a couple of these pages. I really appreciate the.
Oh, you're talking to me. I'm like, what?
And this is, again, this is 176 pages. So it is more properly, it is illustrated fiction that tells kind of like a long arching story.
That's a long book.
Yeah, it is. And his style, the style definitely works for this. All right. I feel like I need to come back to this one because this is Starlight Cats. And when I saw it, it just kind of threw me for a loop, but I got a little bit more backstory on it. And so I just want to be really careful about ever appearing to sound like I'm throwing shade on someone. I
can't promote Starlight Cats because they won't promote me.
That's okay. It's okay.
No, it's just a stupid thing.
Oh. It looks really well done. And the only reason I was thrown for a loop is just it looked like something that was more targeted to a younger audience.
I'm just messing. You can show it if you want.
But it's definitely very well done. So if you heard me do that double take live, it just surprised me a little bit when I saw it, because it wasn't something I thought that would be directly applicable to a Comicsgate audience, but I think it's a collab with either his wife or his domestic partner, I think.
Yeah, his wife.
Yeah, so very cool. So Mr. Davis, if you heard my double take, I did not mean to give offense, and I should have highlighted that it is a beautiful. It looks like it almost looks like a pitch for a cartoon series.
Yeah, totally. I could see it totally being picked up for something on one of those channels. Hold on a second.
And as I was zipping through, I saw Fatal by Clint Stoker, Sweetcast. So good for him. He's closing in on almost $100,000.
That book looks so freaking dope.
And Clint, I think, has been very good at just incrementally gathering an audience to himself.
Mm-hmm.
Cultivating an audience. This reminds me of a Daredevil panel, and I still can't place it. Not the girl in the yoga pants. Where did it go? Where he's just sitting in that chair.
Yeah, you just had it.
Yeah, I think I zoomed in too much, and Indiegogo gets kind of weird when you zoom. Yeah, this one.
I don't know, dude, but that guy's great. Charlie Snoggins is fantastic. He really reminds me of Angel Medina.
What books was Snoggins on that I would?
He wasn't. I think he was doing his own thing, working for I don't know, advertising or animation, or someone in the chat will probably know better than me.
I feel like I've heard the name before, but great stuff. That's Fatal, without the extra A. So, not Fatal, Fatal. All right, and then Monster Hunt. Let's get cracking.
Crackin', baby.
A super patriot, a titan encased Bigfoot, and an intergalactic executioner unite to save the world.
What a great pitch.
It's a good looking. Who did this cover?
That's Elliot and
That's what I was thinking. It had that look.
Yeah, I didn't want to double dip on covers from the last campaigns, but I was like, you know what? I want to make this regular thing with the Secret Wars covers and Elliot, so I did.
And then Welton's layouts look good. Welton can crank out some layouts.
I know. Dude, he's working on 4 different books right now.
It would be interesting. It would be interesting to see him go back and turn his layouts into a comic book. Just put minimal amount of polish on them, just because his layouts are so entertaining sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know that it
True.
would be.
I think something along those lines every time I look at him.
Yeah, maybe just color. Maybe just color right over the pencils. It might be fun. It might work with his style. All right.
Finishes.
I'm going to show Ethan's book. Is that all right? I was
Yeah.
just curious about this. Now this is Rainbow the Brute. Oh wow, this has jumped out. So it's interesting with some of these big, bright, colorful things. This seems to be really, really clicking right now with crowdfunded comic books. Choke slam. This is a good idea.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. It's silliness, man. It's just, I think some people just like some of the silly.
It's not for me, but like even Elijah thought it looked funny, so it's like, I'm not going to disparage it. It's not for me, but that's just a taste thing. So
and that's when I thought about the other day. I realized my taste is so different than a lot of people. When I look at a lot of these campaigns, I have to kind of set my thing aside and say, hey, I'm not the target audience to try and look at it with different eyes. But I think it's a clever idea. And it looks like it's big, bright colors. And so that is Rainbow the Brute. All right, let's check back on you. That's enough of a showcase for tonight. Let's see.
Well, who else needs some? Mike Barron has a Badger novel out on Kickstarter.
Oh, does he? Let's see. Let me see if I can find that. I haven't been to Kickstarter in forever. Kickstarter. And it's a novel?
Yeah.
Publishing, I guess. Explore Publishing.
Probably just explore Mike Barron.
Let's keep it hetero. Here we go. Oh wow, he's almost raised 10,000 on this. That's cool. I have never spent a lot of time looking at novels on Kickstarter, meaning absolutely none. Badger the novel. Badger and legendary blues artist Dalton Seabury battled the devil. Are they going to go down to the crossroads?
I imagine that's got something to do with it.
Well, the Badger went down to Georgia. He was looking for something to do. All right, the Badger novel. In an apocalyptic adventure that turns his world upside down, Badger quits Ham to open his own martial arts studio and befriends legendary blues guitarist Dalton Seabury. Years ago, Dalton made a deal with the devil. Now the deal has come due, as Badger and Dalton must duel the devil himself. A kangaroo, a cassowary, and a Komodo lizard enter Badger's dojo, all wanting to fight Badger. A satanic psycho gang called the Vong steals Seabury's guitar and form a band using Hendrix's Strat, Keith Moon's drums, and Jaco Pastorius's bass. Ham promotes a battle of the bands. Dalton Seabury versus the Vong, with the fate of the earth and the balance. Mike Barron's bio. Mike Barron is the creator of Nexus with artists Steve Rude and Banter, two of the longest-lasting independent superhero comics. Nexus is about a cosmic Avenger 500 years in the future. Badger, about a multiple personality, one of whom is a costume crime fighter. First, Devil's Due is a publishing all-new Badger stories. Barron has won 2 Eisners and an Inkpot Award and written The Punisher, Flash, Deadman, and Star Wars, among many other titles. Writing the Badger novel has been many years in the works. We're excited to now have the Badger in the novel form. Very cool.
Seems a novel idea.
Yeah, let me see if I can copy the link, and I'll put it in there just in case anybody wants to Badger it up. Badger it up. All right.
And Don Chin has a request in the chat too.
All right, let's see. I am looking. Don Chin. Don Chin says, hang on. Let me catch it here. Don says Don. Don Chin. Can you please mention signups for X-Farce on Indiegogo? Almost ready to launch. All right.
Nice.
Let me get over to X-Farce. Let's see. Here we go. All right. It's called X-Farce. X-Farce.
Mods, please drop the links.
X-Farce Reloaded #1. Launching soon. A 48-page extravaganza of satirical mutant mayhem to tickle your funny bone from Parody Press. The 1990s best-selling X-Satire, new and improved, our huge 48-page full-color graphic novel features a variety of X-Mutant spoofs of classic Stan Lee and Jack Kirby X-Men, Rob Liefeld's 1990s X-Force and Deadpool, The New Mutants, recent House of X storylines, brought to you by the Princes of Parody, Don Chin, Bill Mouse, Mike Barron, and many more. X-Farce #1, Homage, cover by Bill Mouse. Fan favorite Bill Mouse recreates his first ever published cover, 1992's X-Farce #1, in full luxurious digital color, Technicolor. Features cable TV, Tonto, Fallen Star, Shaboom Shaboom, Dominoes, 8-Ball, and Garfarol. What is Garfarol? Garfarol, maybe.
Yeah.
Garfarol. Got it. Variant covers galore. That's excellent. Veteran artist Mark Lewis, X-Men, the animated series, Bad Roads, Nira X and Zen, and Rob Willis, Graveyard Shift, will be providing amazing variant covers. It's the X-Cons. The return of the dreaded Magneto. Oh no, it's Mr. Peanut gone bad. At last, the X-Cons come face to face with the Brotherhood of Vile Misfits. The New Mutants. Wow. They look like Muppets, kind of. Well, one of them does. I don't know what's going on there. All right, man. X-Farce.
They're newt mutants. Newts. Stand ready with newt.
That is a bizarre cover. Oh, well, I think you have lived up to the title. It is indeed an X-Farce. So well done. All right. This concludes your indie showcase. We'll stop sharing and we'll put the main event back up there. Let's see. Let's do it. There we go.
Yeah, sorry I'm not just dropping the brush and hanging out, but
people don't even need to see my big dumb head. We can just have. Wait, Don Chen says, Edwin, what do you call Sonny Bono's ex-wife who likes werewolves? Like and share. Like and share.
That's not as good as mine.
No?
No, you know what? It probably is. Mine's terrible. What's it with the werewolf recliner? Like and chair.
In London?
Like and chair.
Oh, werewolves in London.
You got me, Don. You got me.
Rhaegar Targaryen. All right. And Ray Thulu made sure to get the links in there. Let me get them links.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Merry Christmas, that Nigel movie guy.
Don Chen says, I got you, babe, Mike. Is that like, I got you, babe.
You, babe. before it's. Oh no, I was
A
going to say a
few.
couple lines of it, but I can't remember the lyrics. So
There you go. And that's because you're terribly old.
um,
How old are you now?
possible. How old am I? I am 49.
All right, I turned 48 in just a little bit over 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to start going to the gym again. I think after this weekend, I've got a rally to go to, but I've been missing that so much. It's time to. I want to get in. I want to get in one more powerlifting competition before I turn 50. So I need 2 good years of training, and that'd be fun.
Do it. Yeah, man. I haven't. When it got hot here, I just stopped going on my walks, and now I'm having a hard time getting back into the swing of it.
Steve Swanson, I do not know what to do with this statement. He says that reminds me of an odd book in a Red Dwarf book where they grew couches in vats from human DNA until someone comes home and finds his wife, well, let me restate that, having sexual relations with his couch. Wow.
That's
Wow.
I don't remember that episode of Red Dwarf.
It's maybe, well, it's a book. So
Wait, what?
it's a book.
Oh, a book. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. We'll just leave that there.
Yeah.
We'll just go ahead and leave that there.
Yeah. You would think that your couch would be the last one to betray you, but there you go.
True.
An owner of a broken heart, so much better than an owner of a lonely heart.
So, your wife, what was she running for again?
Hawaii State House in District 33. So to be a state representative.
Ah,
And so she's going to run again. She's going to run again. She is the first Republican to run in the district in several cycles. So we're still in a rebuilding phase here.
all right.
But we ran a very clean campaign. And I even told our competitor, some of the stuff that you'll see me do to other people in other races, I will not do to you because he's a good guy. And he's actually a conservative who happens. So what we know is that the people in this district will vote for a conservative Republican as long as he's a registered Democrat.
That's funny.
Yeah. But he's a good guy. He's a good guy. In fact, I sent him an email, because he is our representative. And I encourage everybody to engage with your local representatives, whether it's a town councilman, an alderman, or your state representative. The lowest and most direct level, that's where you stay engaged. But, I sent him an email and I asked him for the legislative agenda. And it's like, are you sponsoring any bills or doing anything? He's like, no. He's like, do you have a bill you want to put through? And so I was like, let me give that some thought. So Sunday after church, I will probably sit down and finish drafting a bill.
That's funny, man.
Well, we have this thing here in Hawaii called the Emergency Management Act, and that is what our governor and their mayors derive their emergency powers from. And it's not written for things like pandemics, epidemics, and extended emergencies. It's written for earthquakes, riots, fires, volcanoes, stuff like that. And so I don't believe, because it derogates the Constitution, because when the governor invokes it, he can actually suspend law and he can make law by decrees. So it breaks the checks and balances of our constitutional republic, because Hawaii's local government or state government is modeled on the federal government, at least for the legislature. And if you explore what a constitutional republic is, it's designed maybe to be a little bit slower, put some checks and balances in, but these systems need to be able to balance each other out. And when a governor declares emergency powers, it essentially makes the legislature a very depreciated and right, because if the governor can just say, yeah, I'm suspending this law right now, then the legislature is largely irrelevant, and so are the people. And so my belief is that if an emergency is going to last longer than a month, any new proclamations or any extensions of an emergency proclamation should have to be approved by a vote of the legislature, because their constitutional role, their constitutional responsibilities are being derogated as long as that act is in place. And so if they can meet, like if we're not being, invaded by aliens or the Chinese coming for all our cone of coffee, or not being hit by an earthquake or a volcano because it is Hawaii, then I think the legislature should have to sit down, evaluate it, and assume some responsibility for it.
I hear you.
And are you going to sign the petition to recall any Tucson Newsom?
Yeah, if I see it.
Nice. It's got to be around there somewhere.
Yeah.
Or that's probably not politically correct anymore to say any Tucson Newsom. What do they call him now? Gruesome Newsom?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm not paying much attention to the insults they're slinging at that idiot. I just call him an idiot.
But even when we face great challenges, we should not lightly cast away our liberties and our long-held forms of government in these checks and balances in the name of safety or expediency. I think
absolutely.
we're training bad patterns and bad habits. And to be honest, at least here in Hawaii, it seems like the cure, or it seems like the government's response has almost created more pain and economic disruption than COVID itself. And that's not to understate COVID by any means, but here in Hawaii, we've had about
it's cured the flu, and the flu's a much more deadly disease apparently. So
and you know what actuary science is, right?
Actuary, no.
And so these are like the mathematicians that work for insurance companies, and they figure out risk and mitigating risk, and they figure out the long-term cost of something and the trade-offs between something. And what is emerging is that the number of lost man years, because people's opportunities will be diminished, people's quality of life will be diminished. People who don't even get sick with COVID are going to have less fruitful and productive lives. I think early estimates show that over the next year, 500,000 less babies will be born in the United States.
Really?
So 500,000 less people will be born because of the various responses to COVID.
Okay.
And so there's been so much economic damage done. And so, yes, we've lost 300,000 lives, but now there's going to be 500,000 less new lives created. And so all these things we do, they're always trade-offs. And I know, for instance, on one of our islands in Hawaii, suicide rates have gone up incredibly. And so the responses themselves not only diminish the quality of life, but perhaps in some cases the duration of life, as people postpone other surgeries, and through depression and through worry and stress, other people's lives, the quality of their health is degraded. All these things have a cost.
I'm fairly certain people would rather hear about my dead pets.
Oh yeah. Dead pets. Well, yeah.
Boy, you berated me for dead pets, and you go on.
But I'm not selling comic books. I'm just breaking it out. But I'm breaking it out energetically. When you finish pulling that line, can you lift up so we can see? Just the bottom part of the panel is kind of in shadow, and I just kind of wanted to get a head-on look at the page instead of the angled look.
Come on, focus, you stupid camera.
The middle character reminds me a little bit in the middle panel. He almost looks like Sebastian Shaw, if you remember Sebastian Shaw. That's nice.
Yeah,
Nice angle on that.
he had a full this is like that Mongolian mustache that just comes to the corners of the mouth and then goes down.
So this is what veteran comic book or veteran artists can do. They can give you more interesting poses, more interesting perspectives that a less experienced artist can't create. And then they can also give you flesh and bodies and figures that respond to physics, right? And so if you look, the young lady's buttock being groped, but maybe more particularly down in the lower right hand panel, where she is kind of resting her head against his cheek, you can actually see his cheek being pushed in some. So this is what a skilled and veteran artist can do. Compared to somebody who may just be technically proficient at pulling lines, right? There's more than just being able to pull lines.
Yeah, and there's people who just, they get what they might consider quote unquote good enough, and then they just stop learning.
They keep rolling with that. Eric and Boyd ask an important question. Eric and Boyd, I appreciate you asking this question, sir. So with Mike, and by that we mean Mike Miller, being able to convey poses, does this make him a poser? What say you, Mike Miller?
Not a posier.
Yes, Eric asking the important questions.
This is correct. Yes. Thank you, Eric. Very helpful. Once again.
All right, and a fuzzy creature says, talking about my COVID narrative, which I'm sure was a breath of fresh air after the dead pets monologue. A fuzzy creature says, makes sense. I can't meet any girls. Not that I was winning them over before.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. You mean, so people aren't just getting like knocked up, or like, because you figure, people are at home, they're stuck at home, there's nothing else to do, makes babies.
Yeah, I think some people are not choosing to have babies, and then the free range babies are showing up a little bit less because all the clubs are shut down.
Well, that's good. That means the free range abortions are down too.
We would hope so. Right. And Arlene says the doctor was showing statistics and facts about the long-term financial and health problems due to the excessive mask mandates and the quarantines. It was sad and scary stuff. Yes, indeed. Jeff Potts, would you say that Mike S. Miller is the Googa? The Googa? The Guga? Googa? What is the Googa? What is the Googa? I've got a reference here.
The Googa.
I'm drawing a blank.
Oh my goodness, you don't know what Googa is?
Let me Googa.
Look it up on YouTube.
There's Googa Foods.
Yes.
I made steaks using a 19th century recipe. Googa Foods. All right. Something that I stumbled across the other day that made me laugh is called bardcore. Have you ever heard of bardcore?
No.
It is rock songs recreated in period languages and with period yeah.
I've seen one of those videos, but it was more. No, it wasn't bar. It was more like bluegrass. I think it was bluegrass Metallica.
Now, what happens on YouTube if you play somebody else's YouTube video? Is that a no-no? Can you sample something, or?
Yeah, you can sample stuff.
Okay, I don't want to get you in trouble. I'm just not up on the.
It's all right. I've been playing Froggy Fresh left and right. I just can't monetize those videos. But I'm not getting any super chats anyways.
Didn't you get a super chat earlier?
Yeah. The Nordic version. Yeah, that's it. Nordic version of the Immigrant Song. I saw that one too.
Okay. Let me find it.
Did we get a super chat? I don't remember. Maybe
I
because
feel
I'm not.
like you did.
Well, you'd probably know better than me since I'm not looking up at all, or hardly at all.
All right, hang on. Let me get past the ads. Let's skip the ads. And we'll just watch just a little bit of it. Let me do the sharing correctly. And I'm narrating what I'm doing in StreamYard, which has got to be the most entertaining thing ever.
Oh yeah.
I apologize for my boomerness. Oh, hang on. We want a Chrome tab so that we can share the audio. All right. This is Pumped Up Kicks, the 1066 AD cover in Old English. Let's pump up the jam. Can you hear it?
Barely. Are you sharing your audio?
Yeah. Yeah.
Om det utmudde beton will de knikt fan irish word bohen.
Oh no, a bohen.
On his father chiste diran anarache tenga ich neut now what.
That's what I say.
He is commende forte.
He is commende forte.
Ja, all the other chill mit finium so komshelon.
Yeah, that entertains me to no end.
You wouldn't rather listen to Froggy Fresh?
Froggy Fresh.
Oh, he doesn't know what the Froggy Fresh is.
Our jalapeno milk sent a 99-cent super sticker.
It's poop.
Is it poop?
It's always poop.
It's poop all the way down, right?
Always poop with that guy.
Gabriel Geske says, what did I walk into? That was a 1066 AD version of Pumped Up Kicks. Pumped Up Kicks.
Hey, so the big news, did you see the Shadiversity interview?
I saw that there was a Shadiversity interview, but I did not see it yet.
Well, we're not going to play it because it's an hour and something long, but yeah, we finally we launched that interview. Got I don't know how many, but subs are coming into the channel. That's nice, and we got a big response in the comments section. So
nice,
looking good.
And he's got just an absolutely huge audience, so that is fantastic. He seems to have very loyal. The actual book, right? His actual novel. He seems to have very loyal fans for that.
Yeah. So hopefully a good chunk of them will want to pony up for the graphic novel.
Arlene Adkins-Zale says, gotta go. Y'all have a blessed night. All right, Arlene.
Hi, Arlene.
If we don't see you again, Merry Christmas.
Good night, Arlene.
At this moment. All right, let's see. And then we got some history here. Rhaegar Targaryen says 1066 was the Battle of Hastings. William the Norman conquered England.
That guy.
When was Agincourt?
I don't know.
That was the famous battle with the English longbows. That would be a good reference. But thank you, Rhaegar Targaryen, for the lesson in history. This moment in history from Rhaegar Targaryen.
Rhaegar.
I think Vic Leprechauni, is that Victor? I think he wants
to.
I think he wants to tip you to twerk. I would almost tip you not to twerk.
I'll take the tip not to twerk. Thank you very much.
I just don't really particularly want to see Mike Miller shaking his moneymaker.
No. Nobody wants to see that.
The Comics Bear. Growl. Says aloha, Mike. Greetings, all. Greetings. I'm not a good R roller. Are you a good R roller? Can you say greetings with emphasis?
Greetings. That kind of R rolling? Rolling your R's.
There you go. You go. Comics Bear, hopefully you feel appropriately greeted. And then Rhaegar Targaryen talking about you shaking your moneymaker says, yes, nobody, and I mean nobody, is ready to see that.
Thank you. Now I will threaten you with that if you don't chat.
That will be the subscriber only stream, the monthly stream that Mike has to produce for you.
Oh, I've got to do one of those soon. Do you got to get around to that? All the other kids.
Victor asked me, Edwin, you're an MMA guy. What's going on in that? Victor, I have been following virtually nothing apart from politics for the last 5 months. I am probably the very worst person to ask about anything apart from maybe current events and political stuff. Rhaegar Targaryen says it would be the quickest subscriber drop to zero. Zero! Zero! The quickest subscriber drop to zero in history.
It's terrible.
Terrible. But if you haven't already, you should indeed like, share, and subscribe.
I feel like I'm not being entertaining.
You're not being entertaining? Well, you're doing stuff.
I'm drawing.
I'm
drawing.
There's been a steady patter of banter. I don't know if we can claim it was witty.
It's a dry wit.
It's a dry wit. Well, I guess that's better than a dim wit. I'll take it. So what else is going on in California?
They trying to lock us down again, of course. And
but I thought you guys knew how to party.
I don't freaking Newsom's such a nuisance. There you go. Newsom is nuisance. There, that's a good one for him. I don't know what the hell he's thinking, dude. Hey, do you know why Australia seems to be over it?
They went into lockdown. Apart from the coastal cities, you don't necessarily. They've got a lot of areas that don't have high population density, so you do have some distributed population. And when COVID first hit in the United States, it was summer there. Said they didn't have the same loading. Right, because the seasons have a 6-month offset in the southern hemisphere. Yeah?
And so they're in summer there. And because I just heard from one of my friends that lives down there, and he's a total left-wing dingbat. And he's just like, yeah, we did everything right here, so we're done. It's like, you guys suck. And it's like, dude, you're in summer.
All right, let's see. Ray Thulu says, Cali news for Edwin. San Francisco to rename Abraham Lincoln High School because former president did not demonstrate that Black Lives Matter to him. Well, there we go. Then I believe that the city that would entertain such a foolish exercise of cultural Marxism and Black Lives Matter, make no mistake about it, is fully a Marxist movement, self-proclaimed Marxist movement that is anti-family and anti-Western values. I think if the local authorities there want to indulge that nonsense, then I hope they get to enjoy all the bounty of the things that will follow. So if you're in San Francisco, get out. Get out.
Did you see Gary moved?
Oh, where'd Gary move to?
I think he moved to Texas. Actually, I don't know if he's moved there yet, But he left San Francisco. His wife's business got shut down, and he's just like, I'm out of here. I'm done with this joint.
No good.
So,
let's see. The Comics Bear says, reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time. Vic says, I seen a girl the other day, was about 6'4", a good 180 pounds, maybe. I'm 5'8". Are you not sure if you're 5'8"? I think he's found his mate, maybe. I'm not sure that she knows.
you mean Gary Nerdrotic? Yes, I do mean Gary Nerdrotic.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant.
Oh, you thought I meant. Oh, you thought I meant.
Shipman. I was going to say, isn't Shipman up in Michigan? I was like, when did they go?
No. He's close to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. He could be wise and get out of there too, but a lot of Illinois is not as crazy as Chicago proper.
Oh yeah. Once you get away from Chicago, I'm sure there's a lot of great suburbs and small little towns. Yeah, for some reason I thought that Gary was near, and maybe I should. Well, nobody wants a geography lesson. Jeff Fott says Maylands in Michigan. Yeah, I knew that, but for some reason I had Gary in that vicinity also. I had it in my head.
Gary is very close geographically to what was that town where everything started burning down? Not too far from Kenosha.
Oh, interesting. Oh,
yeah,
very interesting.
I think he's like 15, 20 minutes from Kenosha.
Oh, well, maybe he should do a Kyle Rittenhouse comic book. That would be something. And oh no. Rhaegar Targaryen says burning down Waco. Mm-mm.
Wait, what?
How many Branch Davidians can you fit in your car's ashtray?
Oh,
All of them.
too soon. Too soon. Boy, you think of all the stuff that presidents and people have just gotten away with.
Is this a... I know. Sorry, I was just looking at the drawing too quickly, and it looked... His shirt almost looked like a modern T-shirt.
No. It's just the short sleeve tunic, basically.
And just had the window down too small.
They're wearing tunics, just short sleeve tunics. Some of them are wearing tunics.
Well, the Aloha Hour has become the Aloha Hour in 23 minutes.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up. I'll take it.
Fuzzball. I don't need to keep drawing in silence, so let's say thanks to everybody for coming on by and watching the doodling process. Actually, it's been the inking process. I've gotten this much inked, so
Nice.
Half bad. I'll finish this up tonight before I get to bed. Probably watch some stuff on the TVs. But everybody, thank you for popping in, hanging out, watching this, seeing Edwin grow his hair back out.
I think it grew at least a millimeter during the filming of this episode here.
And again, anybody that is new, please do like, subscribe, hit that all button on the little ringy dingy bell. Stuff on the TVs, that is correct. Gonna watch some stuff on the TVs. God bless you guys. God bless you, Edwin. Got any last words of wisdom?
Yeah. My word of wisdom is to go right now. Don't wait. Don't put it off, and go ahead and get yourself Lone Star Mind of the Monster. You know why, Mike? You know why?
Because it's awesome.
Lone Star Squadron! Ha!
Haha. I have a mute button.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone.
All.
Tomorrow night, Drawn and Quartered is going to be.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
All right, so please come join us. From our family at the Blacklist universe to yours,
Good
be
night.
nice. Good night. Aloha. Bye.